Hey, Genderqueer Chat. Today is Sunday and I am Alex. So I'll preface this by saying that this is opposed to discussing sexual abuse and rape, so if you have a history with that and think this may be difficult to watch, feel free to tune out, and we don't feel bad about that at all, and we'll see you next week. For those of you who want to check this topic out, I'll get going. So, the questions are, do you think sexual abuse can cause someone to be genderqueer? And have you experienced abuse that caused you to question your gender? Okay, so the first question, do you think sexual abuse can cause someone to be genderqueer? No. No, it's as simple as that, no. No. Sexual abuse doesn't cause anything except for to horribly impact the person being abused. It does not cause you to question your gender. There's a big difference between gender and sexuality. Gender is between your brain, and sexuality is what you enjoy, what you're attracted to. Neither one of those is directly related to your genitals. And sexual abuse is the power and control being taken away from you and somebody abusing you by using your genitals inappropriately. Part of the reason why this upsets me so much that somebody would even ask this question, because to me it's so blatantly ridiculous. Let's talk about some of the basic statistics surrounding sexual abuse and rape. These statistics are statistics in Canada. I did my research for Canadian statistics, so if you want to check out the ones for your country, I'm sure if you Google it, you'll be able to find something. So just basic statistics like 1 out of 3 and 1 out of 6, 1 out of every 3 women and 1 out of every 6 men, by the time they're 18, will have been sexually abused in some way, shape, or form. 60% of all abuse and assault occur to people under the age of 17. 80% of assault incidents occur in the home. More than 60% of rapes start as a date. 80% of assailants are friends or family of the victim. Out of every 100 incidents of sexual assault, only 6 are reported to the police. When you're looking at these stats, 80% of prostitutes and 80% of delinquent youth were sexually abused. None of these correlate to the genderqueer population in any way, shape, or form. So I think that is almost an ignorant statement to be making, and that's cool. If you're ignorant to some things, feel free to go out and learn some stuff. Asking questions is a great way to start, but let's be realistic about what we're asking here, and this is just a silly question. That's like saying everybody who's sexually abused is then going to go out and become an abuser because 80% of abusers were sexually abused. No, that's not going to happen. That's the chance of a victim becoming an abuser is slim to nil because there's far more victims out there than abusers. It's just the way it is. You figure, on average, when a child molester is caught, they've already abused upwards of 100 children. So, I don't know. So no, in no way, shape, or form does sexual abuse cause someone to be genderqueer. As somebody who was sexually abused as a child, and to be honest with you, that's the first time I'm admitting that publicly, like literally a handful of people in the world know, I can definitely tell you that it did not cause me to question my gender in any way, shape, or form, or my sexuality in any way, shape, or form. It made me angry that adults didn't listen to me. It made me angry that somebody so big could hurt me, and I couldn't do anything about it. But no, it didn't cause me to do anything else. It just doesn't. Because when we're talking about this, we also have to remember that sexual abuse is not about sex. It's about power and control. That's what it's about. It's not about sex. If it was about sex, these people would be going to Craigslist and hooking up. But they're not. So it's not about sex in any way, shape, or form. It's about power and control, and who they can control, and who they can assert their power over to control, right? That's all it's about. It's not about sex. So, definitely no, sexual abuse cannot cause somebody to be genderqueer. I've also talked to several people that I know who've been sexually abused and horrifically sexually abused for years and years and years as children. And talking to one guy who's an older guy, he's in his late 50s, and he was abused as a very young child. He was abused by a neighbor, a man, and talking to him, he did wonder, but not about gender, he wondered a little bit about sexuality. Because of this, because as this man was abusing him and performing fellatio on him, he was enjoying it. It felt good. So he was like, does that make me gay? This being said, this is coming from a child. This is what he was thinking as a child, and he was under 7 when this happened, right? So even the word gay wasn't in his vocabulary. He knew that that was very taboo. Or, like I said, he's pushing 60 now, so this was in the mid-early 50s. So that was as much as anyone has questioned when I was talking to them, and I've talked to several people about this. And that's very typical, especially males who are abused by males, that they don't feel comfortable necessarily because they actually had some sexual stimulation from another male, and it felt good. But that doesn't make it not abuse. That's still abuse. That's still an adult doing something terrible to a child, whether the child got any gratification out of it or not. And it took him a long time to realize that it didn't matter that there was some stimulation that he enjoyed during this abuse period. He would have traded that over 1,000,000 times to never have been abused, right? It's not about the sex, not even for the victim in any way, shape, or form. Ever. Ever. Regardless of the person's age. So, to me, this is a pretty simple subject. I'll answer those questions one more time. No, sexual abuse can not cause you to be genderqueer. No. If people want to discuss this further or have a chat with me about that, feel free to leave a comment at the bottom and I'll get back to you, or a video reply, and I will definitely watch it and get back to you for sure. Definitely some interesting takes on this subject. Some I don't understand at all. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to end this before I start to get angry and start relating tons of unrelated statistics, and hopefully we'll have something a little bit more cheerful to chat with you guys about next week. Anyways, take care for now.